Introduction. Carnot cycle is named after the French engineer Sadi Carnot. This idealized thermodynamic cycle represents the most efficient heat engine cycle possible, setting an upper limit on the efficiency of any engine operating between two heat reservoirs. By investigating the Carnot cycle, we will learn that more about fundamentals of heat transport, the connection between work and heat, and how the second law of thermodynamics sets boundaries for energy efficiency. The Carnot cycle represents the most efficient heat engine cycle possible. It sets an upper limit of any efficiency for any engine working between two heat reservoirs. This idealized cycle helps us understand heat transfer, work, and heat conversion, and how the second thermodynamics limits energy efficiency by studying the Carnot cycle. We learned that the boundaries of what physically possible in thermodynamic systems and how to design more efficient engines. Now let's discuss about the Carnot cycle. It is an ideal heat exchange that the engine cycle consists of 4 steps: the 2 isothermal constant temperature and 2 adiabatic no heat exchange processes. The steps in PV diagram, the first one is isothermal expansion, 1 to 2. The gas expands slowly at a high temperature, T1, absorbing heat from the hot reservoir. Then the volume increases, the pressure decreases, and the heat is added, the Q1. Then next is adiabatic expansion, 2 to 3. The gas continues to expand, but now without any heat exchange. The temperature drops, then the volume increases. Then also the pressure decreases. Next is the isothermal compression, 3 to 4. The gas is compressed slowly at a low temperature, the T2, and it releases heat to the cold reservoir. The volume decreases, then the pressure increases. Then the heat is removed, the Q2. Last, adiabatic compression, 4 to 1. The gas is compressed further without any heat exchange, bringing it back to its original state. The temperature rises, the volume decreases, and the pressure increases. The area enclosed in the loop is the network done by the engine. Carnot cycle is reversible and represents the maximum possible efficiency for a heat engine.
We have sample problem number 1. A Carnot engine absorbs heat at high temperature, 800 Kelvin, and efficiency of the Carnot engine is 50%. What is the high temperature to increase efficiency to 80% if the low temperature, 400 Kelvin, kept constant? So the given here, we have high temperature, which is 800 Kelvin, and an efficiency 50%, and lastly we have a low temperature 400 Kelvin. So how do we find the high temperature to increase efficiency to 80%? Sabi dito, ano daw yung pinakamataas na temperature na maitataas pa niya to 80% if the low temperature daw is always 400K. So the formula na gagamitin natin dito is efficiency is equals to high temperature minus low temperature over high temperature. So ano lang to, direct substitution. May konting derivation lang pero kayang-kaya naman. Ang gagawin muna natin, i-substitute muna natin yung mga value. May isa pa pala tayong given, no? Hindi natin nalagay. 80%. ito yung gagamitin natin para makuha natin yung high temperature to increase the efficiency, which is 80%. So, may isa pa tayong given na 80%. Ayun yung gagamitin natin dito. Kasi ang sabi dito, what is the high temperature to increase efficiency to 80%? So, hindi natin gagamitin tong 50% na to. So, ay substitute na natin 0.8. Ito yung 80%. Inano ko lang. Convert into decimal. So, unknown yung high temperature. So, we have low temperature na 400K. So, unknown din to. So, ang mangyayari, yung isang high temperature na unit or value is mapupunta dito sa tabi ng 0.8. Bumultiply siya. So, ang matitira na lang dito is value ng high temperature minus 400 Kelvin na low temperature. Next is may same value na high temperature. Dalawang unknown. So, ipapag-combine natin yan na 400K transpose high temperature. Kaya nag-negative kasi ito transpose natin sa kabila. TH. So, napagsama na natin sila. Mahahanap na natin yung value ng TH. So, isa muna natin to. 400K. Ito, may imaginary 1 yan. I-minus natin ngayon. 1 minus 0.8. 0.2. 0.2. May TH pa tayo. Ito yung hinahanap. Ganyan na yung mangyayari. So, divide both side by 0.2, 0.2, cancel out. So, makukuha na natin yung high temperature. Low temperature divided by 0.2. So, wait, tama ba? 400 divide 0.2. So, tama lang pala. Akala ko kasi ang mangyayari is mababawasan siya. So, meron na tayong high temperature na 200 Kelvin. So, ito na yung answer natin sa sample problem number 1. Sample problem number 2. In this figure, if the heat absorbed by the engine is 10,000 joule, what is the work done by the Carnot engine? So we have given high temperature, which is 800K, and low temperature na 400K, and the heat transfer, which is 10,000 joule. So find the work done by the Carnot engine, W. So the solution, nagamitin ulit natin yung formula na ginamit natin sa number 1. So, TH minus TL over TH. Hanapin muna natin yung efficiency, no? Kasi ang formula ng work done by the Carnot engine is efficiency multiply sa heat transfer, high heat transfer. So, direct substitution lang. 800K minus 400K over 800K. So, i-calculate natin kung anong lalabas. 800 minus 400 over 800. Have 0.5 or percent. So, makuha na natin ngayon yung work done by the Carnot engine. So, yung i-substitute natin kanina, yung nakuha natin efficiency, which is 0.5, na i-multiply natin ngayon sa given na heat transfer na 10,000 joule. So, makukuha na natin ngayon yung work done by the Carnot engine. So, let's calculate. So, meron tayo ngayon. So, meron tayo ngayon 5,000 joule. So, the final answer is 5,000 joule. This is the work done by the Carnot engine.
Sample problem number 3. A Carnot heat engine has a thermal efficiency of 65%. This engine receives 650 kilojoules of heat transfer from a heat source at 600 degrees Celsius. So find letter A, heat transfer to the ambient, B, temperature of the heat sink in degrees Celsius, and letter C, net output of this engine in kilojoules. Gagawa tayo ng illustration. So ito yung heat source. Ito yung source. Ito naman yung ambient o yung heat sink natin. So, meron tayong heat engine. Yung galing sa source, papuntang heat engine, meron tayong heat transfer. So, tatawagin natin siyang QH. Then, galing naman sa heat engine, papuntang heat sink or ambient is QL. Then, yung lalabas, galing sa heat engine natin, siya yung net output natin. So, sabi dito sa problem, meron tayong given na thermal efficiency of 65%. Then, yung engine daw, itong engine, nakakatanggap siya ng 650 kilojoules of heat transfer. So, yung papunta sa kanya, itong QH. So, yung value daw ng QH na to ay 650 kilojoules. And then, sabi pa dito, 600 degrees Celsius daw yung temperature ng heat source. Temperature ng heat source ay 600 degrees Celsius. So, una natin hahanapin na yung heat transfer to the ambient, yung papuntang ambient. So, ito siya, yung QL, papuntang ambient. So, para makuha natin yun, gagamitin natin yung formula ng efficiency. So, given naman yung efficiency. Ang formula ng efficiency ay equal to QH minus QL over QH. So, ayusin natin siya. QH over QH minus QL over QH. So, ito, magiging 1 na lang to. So, thermal efficiency is equal to 1 minus QL over QH. So, ito na yung formula natin. So, ang hinahanap natin ay QL. So, i-derive natin siya. QL is equal to 1 minus efficiency multiply by QH. So, substitute lang natin yung given values dito sa formula. So, 1 minus thermal efficiency na 65% or 0.65 multiply by QH. So, yung QH natin ay 650 kilojoules. So, calculator natin, 1 minus 0.65 multiply by 650 kilojoules is equal to 227.5 kilojoules. So, nakuha na natin yung unang hinahanap. Meron na tayong QL. Then, yung pangalawang hinahanap, letter B, ay yung temperature daw ng heat sink. Ito yung heat sink. So, yung temperature niya yung hinahanap natin. In degrees Celsius. So, paano natin hahanapin yon? Gagamitin ulit natin yung formula ng efficiency. So, efficiency is equal to TH minus TL over CH. Then, naayusin lang ulit natin siya. TH over TH minus TL over TH So, magiging 1 ulit to. So, efficiency is equal to 1 minus TL over TH. So, TL yung hinahanap, kaya de-derive ulit natin siya. TL is equal to 1 minus efficiency multiply by TH. Substitute ulit since given naman tong mga to. 1 minus yung efficiency natin na 0.65 or 65% multiply by TH na 600 degrees Celsius. Pero mag-add tayo dito ng 273 para maging Kelvin muna siya. So, TL, calculator natin, 1 minus 0.65 times 600 plus 273. Ang answer naman ko natin ay 305.55. So, naka-Kelvin pa to. Ang sabi dito sa problem, kailangan daw naka-degree Celsius. So, ang gagawin natin dito sa naka-Kelvin, minus 273 natin para maging degree Celsius. So, yung answer na makukuha natin ay 32.55 degrees Celsius. So, nakuha na din natin yung pangalawang unknown. And then, yung last natin sa problem na to ay yung net output ng engine in kilojoules. So, ito siya. Yung net output daw, kuhanin natin in kilojoules. So, paano ba natin kukuhanin yun? Gagamitin natin yung formula na net output is equal to QH or yung heat transfer galing source minus sa heat transfer na lalabas sa engine. So, QH minus QL. Since given naman parehas to, dahil nakuha na din natin yung QL, substitute na lang natin sila. So, yung value ng QH ay 650 kilojoules. Minus sa value ng QL na nakuha natin kanina, 227.5 kilojoules. So, yung answer na makukuha natin ay, calculator lang ulit natin, 650 minus 227.5. So, yung sagot ay 422.5 kilojoules. So, eto. Kilojoules naman yung hinahanap, so hindi na natin kailangan mag-convert. Problem number 4. A heat engine operating between heat source with a temperature of 1500 Fahrenheit and heat sink with a temperature of 95 Fahrenheit wastes heat at a rate of 30,000 BTU per hour to the surrounding. Find letter A, efficiency of this engine, and letter B, power output of the engine in horsepower. So, yung illustration yan kagaya lang din sa problem number 3. So, meron tayong heat source, meron tayong engine, and meron tayong heat sink or yung ambient. So, yung galing sa source, meron tayong heat transfer papuntang heat engine. Tinatawag natin siyang QH. And then, yung galing naman sa engine papuntang heat sink, meron ding heat transfer, and tatawagin natin siyang QL. Then, yung palabas sa galing heat engine, siya yung net output. So, sabi dito sa problem, meron daw temperature na 1,500 Fahrenheit yung source. So, ito yon yung source. Meron daw siyang 1,500 Fahrenheit na temperature. And then, yung heat sink daw, meron namang 95 Fahrenheit. Ito yung heat sink. So, meron siyang 95 Fahrenheit. And then, may nawawala daw na 30,000 BTU per hour na heat na napupunta sa surroundings. So, yung nawawala na yun, ay yung natatanggal na yan, dito siya sa QL. So, 30,000 BTU per hour. So, meron ulit tayong tatlong given values. So, letter A, una natin hahanapin ay yung efficiency ng engine. So, ito. Kailangan nating hanapin yung efficiency. So, since meron tayong given na parehas, meron tayong given na temperature ng source at temperature ng heat sink, so, pwede na natin gamitin yung formula na to. yung dinerive natin kanina. Yung 1 minus TL over TH. So, substitute lang natin yung given value since given naman tong dalawa. 1 minus yung value ng TL na 95 Fahrenheit. So, mag-add lang tayo ng 460. Mag-add tayo ng 460 para maging Rankine siya since kailangan natin ng absolute temperature scale. So, yung value naman ng TH, ganun din. Since naka-Fahrenheit siya, kailangan natin siyang gawing Rankine para maging absolute temperature scale. So, calculator lang natin. 1 minus 95 plus 460 over 1,500 plus 460. So, yung makuha nating sagot ay 0.7168 or so, pag 4 decimal na lang tayo. 0.7168 or 71.68%. So, yun. Nakuha na natin yung efficiency ng engine. So, yung letter B ang hinahanap ay power output of the engine in horsepower. So, ang formula natin sa paghanap ng power output ay ganun pa rin. QH or yung heat transfer galing sa source minus heat transfer papuntang heatsink or yung QL. So, yung QL, given siya. Pero yung QH, wala pa tayong QH. So, kailangan muna nating isolve yung QH. So, solve for QH. So, gagamitin ulit natin, kagaya lang kanina, sa kukuhanin natin sa formula ng efficiency. So, efficiency is equal to 1 minus QL over QH. So, since QH yung hinahanap natin, derive natin, QH is equal to QL over 1 minus efficiency. So, substitute lang natin yung values. So, given naman yung QL, pati yung efficiency na nakuha na natin kanina. So, yung QL ay 30,000 BTU per hour over 1 minus yung efficiency natin na nakuha na 0.7168. So, yung makuha natin QH ay calculate lang natin 30,000 over 1 minus 0.7168. May makukuha nating sagot ay 105,932. So, 105,932.2034. So, naka-BTU per hour pa to. Then, since naka-BTU per hour pa rin naman yung QL, so, isubstitute na natin sila dito since meron na din tayong value ng QH. So, net output is equal to QH minus QL. So, yung value ng QH natin ay 105,932.2034 BTU per hour minus yung value ng QL natin ay 30,000 BTU per hour. So, yung makukuha natin dito ay so, yun, 105,932.2034 minus lang natin sa 30,000. Makukuha natin sagot ay 75,000 932.2034 naka-BTU per hour. So, sinasabi dito, kailangan naka-HP yung ating net output. Kailangan natin siya i-convert. So, yung conversion natin, 1 HP is equal to 2,544.5 BTU per hour. So, multiply lang natin siya. Net output is equal to 75,932.2034 BTU per hour times, syempre ibababa natin yung naka-BTU per hour, 2,544.5 BTU per hour, then 1 HP. Cancel natin tong unit na to, matitira yung HP. So, calculator ulit natin. 75,932.2034 times 1 over 2,544.5. So, yung makuha nating sagot ay ito, 29.8417 in HP na siya.
Now let's move to the sample number 5. An engine following the Carnot cycle produces power of 90,000 kilowatts. Find the rate at which heat is absorbed into the system from the hot reservoir and leaves the system in the cold reservoir for an engine operating between the reservoirs at 750 Kelvin and 300 Kelvin. So, given natin, temperature high na 750 Kelvin, and then ang temperature low natin na 300 Kelvin. Given din ang work net na 90,000 kilowatts. Hinahanap dito yung heat absorbed into system from hot reservoir na Q in, and then yung heat leaves the system in the cold reservoir na Q out. So, find Q in, and then Q out. First, solve natin yung efficiency. So, the formula for efficiency is 1 minus TL over TH. Given naman yung TL and TH. So, substitute the value. Efficiency, 1 minus 300 Kelvin over 750 Kelvin. So, cancel the unit. Solve natin siya. 1 minus 300 over 750. So, nakuha nating efficiency is 0.6 or 60%. So, next, kuhanin naman natin yung Q in by using the formula of efficiency na work net over Q in. So, derive natin yung formula. Q in is equal to work net over efficiency. Given yung value ng work net na 90,000 kilowatts, and then yung efficiency na nakuha natin kanina. So, substitute the value, 90,000 kilowatts, and then 0.60. So, solve natin, makukuha na natin yung Q in. So, solve natin siya. 90,000 over 0.6. So, ang value ng Q in natin is 150,000 kilowatts. So, final answer for Q in. And then next, let's solve for the Q out by using the same formula ng efficiency. Efficiency is equal to work net, diba? Over Q in. The formula for work net is Q in minus Q out over Q in pa rin. So, ayan yung expand na equation for efficiency. So since may Qin tayo parehas, meaning 1 na lang siya. So for the formula of Q out is equal to Qin times quantity of 1 minus efficiency. So since given, nakuha na natin yung value for Qin, and then meron na rin tayong efficiency, and substitute the value. So Qin natin is 150,000 kilowatts times 1 minus 0.6. So solve natin yung Q out. 150,000 minus 1 plus 6. So ang value ng Q out natin is 60,000 kilowatts. So, kuha na natin yung parehas na hinahanap na value, Q in and Q out. Now, let's move to sample number 6. A Carnot heat pump operates between a cold reservoir at 270 Kelvin and a warm room at 300 Kelvin. If the pump consumes 2 kilowatts of power, how much heat does it deliver to the room per second? So, sulat muna natin yung given. Given na temperature high na 300 Kelvin, and then yung temperature low na 270 Kelvin. And then given din yung work net natin na 2 kilowatts. So, first, solve natin yung coefficients of performance ng heat pump. So, the formula for COP ng heat pump is TH over TH minus TL. Substitute natin yung mga value ng, since given naman na lahat. So, TH natin is 300 Kelvin over 300 Kelvin minus 270 Kelvin. So, cancel natin yung mga unit since walang unit yung COP natin. So, COP, calculate natin siya. 300 over 300 minus 270. So, ang COP natin is 10. Next, solve na natin yung QH natin or the heat delivered to the room. So, gamitin muna natin yung formula ng work net. Work net is equal to QH o yung heat delivered, and then yung over COP. Derive natin yung formula. So, QH is equal to work net times COP. Since given na yung mga value, substitute na lang natin siya. Work net natin is 2 kilowatts. Then yung COP natin na 10. So, makukuha na natin yung hinahanap na QH. So, QH. So, 2 times 10. Pwede mo na i-calculate. And then, so, ang QH natin is 20 kilowatts. So, the final answer yung nahanap din natin na QH is 20 kilowatts.
A Carnot engine is operating at temperatures of 400 Kelvin and 700 Kelvin. If 14,000 joules of heat energy is discarded into the cold reservoir, how much mechanical work is performed by this engine? Calculate the efficiency of this Carnot engine. First, we're going to draw a sample of engine. And then, this is the hot temperature of 700 Kelvin. And this is the cold temperature of 400 Kelvin. And then, we're going to find the discarded into the cold reservoir. First, we're going to write the formula for the discarded into the cold reservoir. The TH over TC is equals to QH over QC. and then we're going to substitute its values. 700 Kelvin over 400 Kelvin is equals to 14,000 joules over QC. Then we're going to use the cross multiplication and then multiply its value, and then the answer will be 56 million. Is equals to 700 QC. Then the value for QC will be negative 8,000 joules, because that's why it's negative 8,000 joules. We divide it to 5,600,000 divided by 700. Then, and this is the value for cold temperature. That's why it is negative. Next question is, how much mechanical work is performed by this engine? Then the formula for mechanical work is W is equals to QA minus QC. Then substitute its values. 14,000 minus 8,000. Then subtract it. Then the value will be 6,000 joules. Then the value will be 6,000 joules for mechanical work. Then lastly, calculate the efficiency of this Carnot engine. And then we're going to use a formula for its efficiency. The efficiency is equals to TH minus TC over TH. Then substitute its value again. 700 Kelvin minus 400 Kelvin over 700 Kelvin. Then substitute its value. 700 minus 400 over 700. Then the answer will be 0.42857 or 42.9%. And that's all. Thanks for watching.